Watch these digital blocks snapping together. By the end of this tutorial, you will have a fully functional, live deployed web page and an active N8N automation running on your own machines. In 6 minutes, we are going to move past manual syntax and show you how to direct an autonomous AI workforce to build software for you. This matrix shows the 3 distinct levels of the Anthropic ecosystem. Chat is for standard conversation. Cowork has permission to read your local files. Claude Code actually executes commands and writes software directly in your terminal. To run this setup, you only need 2 things ready to go: Visual Studio Code installed locally, and an active Anthropic Pro or Max subscription. Distinguishing between these 3 specific tools is the first step toward moving past basic chat prompts and into automated product development. Step 1 is installation. Open the Extensions tab in VS Code, search for Claude Code, hit Install, and complete the authentication flow for your Anthropic account. This mockup shows the optimal layout for this workflow. We have the file directory locked on the left, a visual preview pane in the center, and the Claude Code chat interface anchored to the right. Now, create a new directory on your computer and name it Agente Web. This serves as the isolated sandbox for the project. Inside VS Code, open the Claude chat and type /init. Claude will map the folder and automatically generate the foundational system file for your new agent. Configuring this 3-panel workspace and initializing the directory right away removes the friction between your directions and the AI's execution. That initialization step created a file called claude.md. This file acts as the agent's brain, storing the permanent rules and context you want the system to follow across every task. This capacity gauge is your AI's token window. Every prompt and file consumes these tokens. Without management, memory fills up and performance degrades. Use this /compact command to summarize past context, clearing space for new instructions while retaining a core base. If you need a total reset, use /clear to erase the session history without losing the rules in your claude.md file. You can also toggle bypass permissions in the settings to let Claude execute commands without asking for your manual approval every time. Active context management keeps the agent accurate and prevents the hallucinations that occur when an AI loses track of a long conversation. Next, we add skills. A skill is a pre-written standard operating procedure formatted in a markdown file. It teaches the AI how to perform specific, repeatable tasks without consuming your permanent memory limits. Then we introduce MCP, or the Model Context Protocol. This is a universal translator that allows Claude to securely connect to and control third-party applications. We combine these by giving Claude a single command to install the necessary server dependencies and establish an MCP connection to the Vercel hosting platform. Skills and MCP access allow Claude to operate software directly, rather than just generating suggestions in a chat window. Let's put this into practice. We prompt Claude to build a minimalistic landing page, instructing it to use an iterative loop. This tells the agent to build the page, take a screenshot, verify the result, and fix any design issues on its own. This mirrors the internal loop. Claude drafts the code, reviews its own visual output, and continually refines the design until the result matches your instructions. Once the loop finishes, we issue the final deployment command. Push this completed landing page to Vercel using the established MCP connection. The terminal returns a confirmation message and a live URL. Paste that link into your browser, and the site is live on the public internet. Server configuration and deployment steps that used to take hours of manual labor were just completed via a single conversational command. Because skills and MCP are standardized protocols, this workflow scales to almost any software ecosystem. By connecting Claude Code to an N8N MCP server, the agent can autonomously construct a node-based automation to filter and send your daily emails. Or you can have it read a meta-ads skill document. Claude will absorb the campaign strategy, structure the creative, and prepare the build directly inside the Facebook Ad Manager. The agent is not restricted to one role. By swapping the skill files and updating the MCP connections, it pivots to act as a media buyer or an automation architect. Look at this comparison. We started on the left with an empty directory. Now, on the right, we have a live website, active API connections, and functioning automation workflows. By organizing these files and connections correctly, one person can manage the technical tasks that usually require a dedicated engineering team. If you found this technical breakdown useful, hit the like button. That tells the algorithm to prioritize practical, high-signal tutorials in your feed. Syntax is no longer the primary bottleneck. By learning to direct these agents, you are building a workflow